Yo, so we back with another one. Black Balloons, bro. 6ix9ine exposed the industry before he turned himself into federal prison. I don't be keeping over, bro. But let's see what he talking about.
As far as how it's just basically kind of destroyed Hollywood in a sense because everyone is famous. It's
He talking about Mike Epps. Mike Epps said this.
easy to do now. You may not be as famous as some of the people in Hollywood, but it was an interesting clip.
I
Before
think he
we
gonna
get to
show
that
us
one,
later. Yeah,
because
yeah.
these two clips are
He
kind of
said Mike
long,
Epps.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with this 6ix9ine one. Let's check out a little bit of this, y'all.
Don't get me wrong, it's an excuse. I could run my ass up
My
and down
bad for
this
getting my
shit
F right.
and lose weight. I ain't with that right now, bro. Like, I ain't with that.
Yeah.
Like, I need a fucking like lock in. I'm not locked in right now because I'm stressed. I don't want to go to jail right now. Be outside.
You made a statement on IG Live. Well, it was on live stream, and you talked about Young Boy in his catalog, and we like to see that side of you because I mean you're a successful artist. You've been through signings and deals and touring, and you were giving us game about the music industry and the catalog and owning it. And I guess the title, you said Young Boy was broke. That
Nah,
was
I never said that. Come
but
on,
that was
like,
no. I know that was clickbait, but that's why I'm here now because I want you to
Yeah.
clarify what
Nah.
you meant by that.
Yeah. So this is why I laugh because the media, you say something, I say a lot of these rappers, which is true, like nobody can contest this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody and their mother could contest what I say because I talk facts. They just, it's what I said, right message, wrong messenger. They don't want to hear it from me. These artists don't own their music. And the only reason you will ever believe that they own it because the label will back you and say, yeah, he owns it. Why? Because, all right, listen to this. The label wants your fans to believe that you own your music. Why? Because I love you so much, I'm gonna go buy it if I think you own it. So they don't give a fuck if you running out here and saying, yo, I own all my shit. I'm gonna clear it, and this is clear as I say. You don't understand this, you're autistic, right?
He fidgety as hell.
Sean, you my fan, right? Just say you my fan.
Yeah.
You're the consumer. I'm the artist. You're the consumer. You a diehard 6ix9ine fan. If I don't know my music, what you gonna do? You a diehard 6ix9ine fan. You fucking know everything about me. If I own all my music, what you gonna do?
I'm buying merch. I'm buying music.
You
I'm
buying merch.
everything.
You buying music. You buying everything,
that
right?
that goes straight to you.
You a diehard 6ix9ine fan. Now let's change it. You know I don't own my music. What you gonna do?
I might not support you as hard.
You might not support it because you don't want the money to go to the label, right?
Exactly.
So the label will encourage the fans, the consumers to say, yo, artist, I'm the label. Artist, go say that you're independent. Why? Because your fans are gonna be like, yo, he owns all everything. I'm gonna go fucking flood it. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because this is a white Jewish person sitting all the way at the top that's like, nigga, go say what the fuck you wanna say. Go crash out. Go fucking come at this.
You know what's crazy about that? There was a time where the industry didn't have to do that because 6ix9ine will really expose something and it'll be really big, but to a lot of people it doesn't really seem like it, but it connects why all of these artists at one point were starting to say they're owning their masters without really any proof. You get it? That's crazy, right? Because there was that lets you know how that entire system has just been collapsing. Because there was a time where it was just like every artist coming out like they own it, they own it, they own it. But really, they're being told to say that in order to keep that support. That's crazy. It's crazy how it's just been collapsing at every single stage or every single corner of the industry. They have to come up with new ways in order to keep it running, keep that facade going. And it's crazy, y'all.
It's gonna boost streams. Nigga, die. If all I give a fuck, die so your music will fucking, you know what I mean? Labels don't give a fuck if you fucking get shot in the head and die, nigga. Why? Because your populist album is gonna come right next, nigga. Right? What the labels did when Pop Smoke died? Nigga, they don't give a fuck if you dead, nigga. Yo, producer, you got that shit? How many songs he got there? Alright, yo, I'ma call Karol G, I'ma call 50, I'ma call all these people. We gonna put some shit together out of all that shit. You got it? Niggas didn't give a fuck. Where that money?
Hey.
That money went to his family? Huh?
Hey, folks.
But the label gonna say,
It sound crazy, folks. But he damn near telling the truth, bro. Shit crazy.
hey, yo, say it went to his family, so more fans gonna
follow this dude.
buy it. So the narratives, now they pay,
definitely speaking
yo,
truth.
say cheese.
I know he being
We gonna
immediate
pay you
for tweaking, but he's
$2,500.
speaking the
Post
truth
this right now saying that all the proceeds went to his family. Right?
Yeah.
Interview Pop Smoke brother right now, his blood brother. Ask if any of those proceeds went to them. I bet you they gonna pay you not to post that. They gonna be like, yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. Yo, say cheese, shut the fuck up. Why? Because the labels don't give a fuck. They want you to tell people you independent. They want you to die. They want you, why?
Now that's true as well. They were releasing all kind of remixes, all kind of stuff after Pop Smoke died. He had a very short run, which I believe he was sacrificed. None of the story makes sense about how it happened. Plus the address where he was at ended in 33. I think it was 1033 or something like that. We all know that was like early in my YouTube career, but it makes sense. None of the proceeds went to his family. It's just like what Cat Williams said. Once these rappers die, their label no longer has to deal with the mama, the team, nobody. They don't have to deal with nobody. You're not in no contract. They don't have to give you shit.
You are business. That's your friend, nigga.
Get up out of here,
I'm not your friend.
You don't think Young Boy owns anything with all the leverage he has?
Well, so if you want to make it about
Hey,
Young Boy,
this
I don't
shit
think Young
crazy,
Boy owns his music because he signed to Atlantic. So he gave Atlantic how many? 36 albums? You know why he had put so many albums? Because he signed to all that. He pushed out so much music to get out of his deal. Like, this is just real. Right message,
Wrong messenger.
wrong messenger. He pushed so much music out to get out his deal, you know what I mean? So what he did was like, yo, I don't own this shit, so let me just
Yo, hold on 1 second. I want to take a minute to show y'all my merchandise. If you see anything you like, go ahead and get you some. You'll be out there looking fly, looking fresh. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Back to the video. So, you know,
let me just get it
some
out.
facts right
All
now,
right,
bro.
so it's that little kid narrative, like, yo, I believe in Spider-Man, I believe in Santa Claus. Right message, wrong messenger. No matter what I say, it could be facts. You don't want to believe it because you still believe in Santa Claus. You still believe in what you want to believe in. It don't matter if I tell you, yo, bro, this is really the truth. You already hate the messenger, so you're not going to listen to the message. And even if the message was told to you by somebody you like, you still be like, nah, but I get it though. Fuck it though. That's how niggas are, bro. Niggas don't own, like, his deal with Atlantic, and remember, the guy who signed me, Elliot Grange, remember, I'm gonna take you so you can clip this in this. The guy who signed me, his name is Elliot Grange. He's the son of Lucien Grange, the most powerful man in music.
I know who Lucien Grange is.
Elliot Grange is the head of what? Right now, Atlantic.
Atlantic.
They made him the head of Atlantic right now, present date.
No, it's crazy because Elliot Grange, you want to talk about a Nepo baby. Elliot Grange is 32 years old, and they've already made him the CEO of Atlantic Records because he proved himself. He's following in his dad's footsteps, Lucien Grange. But Elliot Grange did sign 6ix9ine. He also was responsible for Trippie Redd. Elliot Grange had a sub-label.
Hey, bro, it's crazy. Like, when I was running around LA, I was in North Hollywood. Nigga, I was on Lancashire. Was I on Lancashire or I was on Magnolia? I think it was Lancashire, and I was with my homie. I ain't gonna say his name. I was with my homie, bro, and we was going to go grab some. We went to the shop to go grab some bud, folk. We walking in the shop, going to go. You know what I'm saying? Get what we got. Fucking Trippy Red was in front of the shop, and he stopped and asked me and my homie for some backwoods. He was like, "Man, y'all got some woods? $5 for some woods or something like that." I'm like, nah, bro, like, me, like, I don't know, bro. I used to be in the rock, bro. I used to just be in my head, like, a lot, bro. Like, my whole, like, everything I'm doing now, bro, not how I'm doing it now, but what I'm doing now is, like, I always, you know what I'm saying, was focused on the future. Like, you know what I'm saying, doing it with my music career, everything. I always was, you know what I'm saying. That's why I caught on with streaming and all that, but whatever, that's another conversation. But anyway, Trippy Red was in front of the weed shop, bro, asking for some backwoods and shit. I ain't trying to downplay him or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy though, cause like when I seen him, same thing with Post Malone, bro. It's like I was seeing like the world knew who Trippy Red was, but I'm walking in the weed shop and bro asking me for some backwoods. The world know who Post Malone is because he got the #1 song on the radio, but bro walking down the street in front of me with no shoes on. Like, I don't know, like, you gotta think like me being an artist, how that was affecting me and looking at the industry. I'm looking like that it don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, something ain't right. I already knew something wasn't right with the industry then, bro. Like, I couldn't pinpoint it, but I just knew something wasn't right. But yeah, bro, I ain't gonna say I met Trippy Red because I didn't speak to him. Like, it was like a whiff of me going into the door, and he was like, stop my homie, because he knew Chris King. I think his name Chris King out there in Cali. He know Chris, and Chris was with Trippy Red was with Chris, and they had asked us for some backwoods or whatever, and I was like, nah, I ain't got it. And I just went in the shop and got my weed and all that shit, but. He was like, you know who that is, bro? That's how it happened. My homie was like, you know who that is, bro? I'm like, no. He like, boy, that's Trippy Red. I'm like, boy, you lying. He like, boy, that was Trippy Red. I'm like, I wasn't listening to none of that or like paying attention to none of that because I was trying to get my own, you know what I'm saying? I was focused on my own wave, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really paying attention. I paid attention to Chicago and like niggas like Lucky and shit like that, and I caught on to the Detroit wave, like Rio and all them, but I wasn't really paying attention to like what was popping at the time. Like, I was paying attention to underground, upcoming people like me. But anyway, yeah. I'm just trying to share that with y'all because it's crazy how I don't know, bro. That LA shit crazy, bro. You'll see somebody and you wouldn't think they wouldn't know nothing or nobody would, and they, you know what I'm saying, got a hit on the radio or something crazy like that, bro. But yeah, back to the video.
Called 10K Projects. This started back in the SoundCloud era, and 6ix9ine and Trippy Red were their two biggest artists. He was responsible for signing them, and that was his, like his test. Can you run a little sub label, get some artists? And he, they were huge at one point. I mean, I'd like to say 6ix9ine is probably still a little more relevant than Trippy Red, but he's responsible for both of them. And the label was called 10K Projects. And now, after he proved himself, he's the CEO of Atlantic Records. Real deal Nepo baby father, Lucifer Grange. That's actually crazy. It's very true. Y'all can look it up. Look up 10K Projects. I don't know if it's still an active label, but it was at one point.
What are we watching in Hollywood?
Well, you know what? The social media has a lot to do with why Hollywood changed. And then they came up with this streaming thing.
My God.
And it just kind of watered it down, man, And one of the biggest problems, everybody's fucking famous.
Facts. Anybody can have a podcast. Anybody can have streaming.
Yeah, so it kind of just like, it kind of knocked the famous people out, So it ain't, now, the worth ain't in people who put the work in. The worth is in people.
Hey, I'm pausing this so I can say something, bro. Listen. the fact that somebody who's in the industry and been in the industry and has done and put in the work of Mike Epps with a name like Mike Epps, everybody, if you don't know who Mike Epps is, I don't know where you've been. But the fact that somebody like him is saying this, bro, should hold weight about the industry and it crumbling and, you know, what's going on with famous people.
People. That's why the streamers and no offense to nobody, because people get their money how they getting it.
It's
but
industry too.
yeah,
Yeah, the waves change.
yeah, the waves change,
no
but
doubt.
it's funny how the people who worked hard to get here their value is no good no more. It's like the people who worked hard to get here, the people who didn't work hard to get here are using the fame of people who worked hard to get there.
You think it's piggyback?
It is piggyback, and like I said, everybody wants to be famous. So a person that is not famous, that they damn near like somebody who's trying to be famous more than a famous person, because that's speaking to them. You know, that's speaking to the average person. That's why all these average people are trying to be famous.
Facts.
You know, they don't have no labels. They don't have a athlete label. They don't have a rapper label. They don't have a street label.
Professional label.
No, nothing. Motherfucker just
Here.
Who the fuck is that? Yeah. And then you do the background on them. You like, this dude is made of nothing.
See, that's the difference with me, bro. I jumped into the gaming, and I jumped into the reactions, the live streams. But if you do your homework, I've been doing music for like 10 years, and I'm still feeding y'all, bro. But, you know, so I don't fall in that category. And I don't got no podcast. I don't even do that. I just, you know what I'm saying, just sharing with y'all what I watch on a nightly basis, man. I don't watch TV, bro. This is what I watch. This is what I study. So I'm showing y'all and sharing it with y'all. I've been looking at this. I've been looking at stuff like this. I've been watching Black Balloons, Call Me Kinfolk, and all them crazy TikToks, man. I've been watching them for like the past 7-8 years, bro. I ain't. If you go talk about TV, I watch a couple TV shows, Power, and I wasn't even into that when it was popping. I caught that late, so I watched all the seasons, like watched it all out. I watched that. I just recently watched that. I wasn't watching TV, none of that. I was paying attention to this right here, because this is what I was trying to be a part of, and the stuff I was finding out, and everything I was seeing, and watching Black Balloons, and watching Call Me Kinfolk, and Mag, Bit of Truth, and just watching all them channels, I'm just like, what the hell? But that's a different topic. That's a different, you know what I'm saying? That's a different discussion. I ain't gonna drown y'all out with you know what I'm saying, with me, and we gonna get into that. That's for later. But back to the video.
Came out of nowhere.
Motherfucker came out of nowhere. You do a background check on them motherfuckers, worked at McDonald's and all kind of shit, which ain't nothing wrong with it, but
That new
where's
wave,
the
though.
fucking work at that you put in?
Now, it is the new wave. I mean, you know, you look at it, because I feel like, you know, I'm a part of like the internet wave, you know what I'm saying? Made a platform, you know, worked hard for it. But I understand them at the same time. But for people who like coming up, getting their money off the internet, doing what they doing, you can't be mad at it, because like I said, same thing with the industry. It's just collapsing the old system. You know what I'm saying? When you can sit in front of a computer or a camera and now turn yourself up, you know, streamers who are, you know, making millions.
It's a deep video.
That stuff is,
I ain't
that's
gonna
a
lie,
different
Black
level.
Balloon.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a deep
They're
video.
actually becoming so famous where they're getting captured by this industry. You know what I'm saying? Some of them selling their souls, doing things for money that, you know, a lot of average people wouldn't do. But he's right. Everyone wants to be famous, and in this day and age, when people
Man,
see
I
and
took a
believe
step back. I'm
that
so
you can
glad
just
I
open
took
up
a
your
step
phone,
back, boy.
or you can get in front of a camera and become
I'm telling
famous
you,
in the
for
next
y'all
month.
don't know, boy.
Everyone is chasing it. Everyone
Y'all
is
don't know,
chasing
man.
becoming a creator Even on TikTok right now, it's a
can't
wave
even
of people
explain
very frustrated because they have cut their rewards program like by 75%. People are not getting $2 on their RPMs no more. They're getting paid 20, 30 cents a video, or every 1K views. Someone might get 1 million views on TikTok and get paid $30 from it now. So even once the algorithm and Oracle got involved with TikTok, things started changing because it's so saturated. But it also shows you that TikTok has made it TikTok made it worse because you can easily jump on there. The average person who works a 9 to 2 o'clock shift part-time every day can jump on there and get 1 million views, and they feel like they should be compensated, paid, and some of them let it get to their head. They feel like they doing something, and really you ain't doing shit, because on that platform it's so easy. It's so easy to get them kind of views. You expect something from it.
Come on, man.
When you come to YouTube, it's a completely different game. Completely different ball game. You can get 1 million views on YouTube, and we're talking about one single video, and make $10,000 off that video.
Man.
So it's a completely different ball game. It takes a lot more work. It's a lot more challenging to gather a platform.
Get y'all content
But
out here.
I'm only saying that because
Hey, I don't know if y'all taking in what I'm taking in, but y'all better get y'all content rolling, bro. The game is changing. All y'all artists out there, bro, y'all better start. Hey, y'all better set something up, man. I don't know what to tell you, folks. The game changing, bro. You gotta be in these people's face. I'm trying to tell you. The streaming game messed up the rap game, bro. I don't know if you
TikTok
believe
has
me,
made
but
the
I'm telling you.
mindset of people, think that it's that easy, so everyone is chasing it. But the ones who do end up doing something, creating a life from it, multiple platforms, multiple streams, this is just what it is. That old system is just collapsing. You know what I'm saying? And how he was saying, like, people using and piggybacking. That's
It's
what
some
it
stuff
is.
that
I mean,
they
the
put out
streamers,
to it, though. They
the streamers
collapse
like the big
themselves.
streamers. If you want to talk, you talk
They
about
collapse themselves, bro.
Casanat, Speed. You know, Casanat he ain't got no talent. If you want to be real, he's sitting in front of the computer. His talent is how famous he is. So rappers can use him, actors can use him, he can use them, and now he a part of the club. I mean, if you want, Speed is more the one that's kind of talented. Speed is actually athletic, doing IRL streams and going on adventures. In a sense, he's the one that's more like, all right, he's actually talented in certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what Mike Epps is explaining without saying the names. People can sit in front of their computers, or they can be former gamers. If you want to think about the whole like AMP, you know what I'm saying? People who were former gamers on YouTube, and they have turned into damn near celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Off of being in front of the computer. But I'm not the person. It's just the system collapsing. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, I don't blame people for chasing this, because
Bro.
who doesn't want to make money
This is a
off the internet?
strong-ass
When the old
video.
system starts to collapse, and we not stressing and worrying about 9 to 5s, and when you can make some money off the internet or AI and stuff like that, it's collapsing. You know what I'm saying? As we go closer into the future and stuff like that, this is what it is.
Catch on
Why you
to the
think this
wave.
former NBA player got a podcast?
Catch on to the wave,
Everybody
man.
got a podcast,
I'm trying to tell you.
So yeah, it's almost that get with it or goddamn get lost or get left behind if you ain't really trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways to, have multiple incomes
Stupid
these days,
ass.
y'all. So I think I'll keep it short right here. I pretty much knew these clips would take up my time on how I usually like to do things. That being said, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this, man. What y'all think about this whole topic?
Black.
I thought it was a pretty
Black.
good one.
Black.
Y'all already know what's going on, man. I see.
Black. That was one of them ones, boy. I'm out of here. That was one of them ones. You already know I'm gone. Y'all better